We recognize that being the champion for aging services in California must include those whose leadership and voices have been historically diminished or excluded. And today I've asked Aytoya to join me as we celebrate Black History Month and the launch of the new Leading Age California Equity Cabinet, which she has agreed to serve on. Morning, and can you start by introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about the role that you play in COVIA and in affordable senior housing?
Sure. My name is Aytoya Albert. I am housing administrator for COVIA, specifically for Oak Center Towers. We're located in West Oakland. And I have been here at this site it'll be 5 years in May.
Wonderful. How long have you been supporting older adult services beyond COVIA and prior to COVIA?
So I do have a history in my family with working with older adults. I thought that I wanted to be a nurse early on, and therefore got as far as, I want to say, a CNA certification, and did an externship with a retirement community, and I loved it. And I ventured into housing just because of a real estate background. So the two kind of merged together in a great way. I was glad to have the opportunity to merge both of those experiences in my work.
You've been successful in your career path, and I wanted to find out, did you experience any challenges when you entered the workforce? And if so, how did you work to overcome those struggles?
I would say I don't know that I experienced particular challenges in getting into the field of working with older adults. I didn't know that there was a path, like I just mentioned, where I could merge my experience in housing and working with seniors. That's something that just kind of came together in terms of being in property management. I started out just working with in multifamily housing, where it wasn't particularly for seniors, but we did have seniors, a significant population of seniors who I felt needed more services. And it was frustrating at times because I knew that they were underserved, and there just wasn't a model in place in family housing to serve seniors particularly.
Yeah. Well, what sense of purpose it doesn't have to be that you receive, but that do you believe that individuals receive when working with older adults and support services?
Just personally speaking, I see the difference every day that we make in our seniors' lives, whether it be, connecting with their families and kind of being that missing link, and helping families to identify when seniors need more care. That's not always evident. Because we because we work where they live, we have a unique viewpoint and a unique vantage point to be able to have more insight into what their needs are, what things may be coming up for them as they're aging. So, from the small things, just making sure that we're able to speak the languages of the people that we serve, being able to modify their apartments in a way that helps them to live in independent living longer than they would have otherwise. Those are some of the things, really simple examples, where you really just see the purpose in your work on a daily basis.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And what advice would you give to a Black individual who's either just starting their career or is considering a career change?
Definitely mentorship. It doesn't have to be formal mentorship. If you have a friend, a colleague, a neighbor who works in aging services, whether it be in housing, and I highly recommend you start with housing. Um, but find someone who is already doing the work. Talk to them about it. Find out what their path was. Again, I did not intentionally go into this field looking to work with older adults. But when I did come to Oak Center Towers from working in multifamily, I knew that I found my place, and it didn't take long at all. You know, it's a place where you really do get kind of instant gratification in terms of seeing how you make a difference, even in small ways in people's lives every day.
Yeah, you're such an important role model as we look to develop the workforce and really push out all the opportunities that exist. And I know
I
you're
appreciate that.
busy over there, and I'm so grateful that you shared your insight today on equity and support for the older adults that we serve.
Thanks so much for the opportunity. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, my pleasure. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You do the same. Thanks.
Thanks.